no one should have to carry burdens alone. While intellectually, this makes perfect sense and I understand this, I can't seem to wrap my brain around why it would be wrong to spare someone that I love the burden of my pain. My negative experiences are mine, and I don't want to cause other people pain. That's what both my brain and heart have decided that's true, and they're gonna stick with it. This is why I tend to do something before asking, and then deal with consequences later, good or bad. In late March or early April, nearly an eternity ago, I didn't feel like I clicked with anyone at my school. So what did I do? You guessed it. I thought to come back to collegiate. Did I ask my parents about this? No. Did I have a plan if I got accepted and they didn't know? No. I was kind of flying by the seat of my pants, with the small hope that they wouldn't find out. Probably the most unrealistic thing I could have wished for, as both my parents' information was still in the collegiate system. Clearly, I thought this plan through very well. So my mom got an email about 2 weeks later saying the faculty was excited that I decided to apply to collegiate. My plan has failed. But much to my surprise, as I had already created this unrealistic situation in my head where they would be upset, neither of my parents were actually upset. More than anything, they wanted to know why. After our discussion, they helped me finish the process that led to me being back here. That all said, I don't recommend trying to go behind your parents and do something without them finding out, because they'll find out. I don't know how, somehow or other, they will find out. But being here, this experience has changed my life, as I've had help that I needed in college process, developed closer friendships than I had at any other school, and also have teachers whom I can go to with problems outside of school or just have a regular conversation with. This has been an experience of a lifetime. I've learned that I need to fill my life with experiences, not things, so I can have stories to tell and not just stuff to share. Thank you.
Our next speaker today is Stuart Middleton.
First, I would like to thank my mom for supporting all of us, which allowed me to end up at collegiate at the beginning of my junior year. I would also like to thank the whole collegiate community for welcoming me into such a strong community with so much youth. After starting as a new student at 3 different high schools, my first day at collegiate was by far the most comfortable transition. That is because of the teachers and students I knew before the first day of school, and the many faces that I had never seen before August 20th, 2019, who were so welcoming. Community and creativity have always been valuable to me. Outside of school, I've always been interested in architecture. After spending time with my mom at construction sites and at home, seeing all the thought that goes into making a house functional to the people living inside, I've learned that my love for architecture and the importance of community have a lot in common. So, interestingly, I found what makes a good house also makes a good community. To explain what I mean by what makes a good house also makes a good community, I want to bring you on a verbal house tour. When looking for a new house, most people start with evaluating a house's curb appeal. A house that looks like an owner puts time and energy into maintaining the curb appeal is much more inviting than one left untouched. So let's start outside. We see freshly painted shutters, flowers that were planted last spring, and front door wide open ready for guests. When I began touring schools during my freshman year, I knew that I was looking for an inviting and welcoming community. As I toured collegiate, I noticed each student and teacher embraced the community to their fullest potential. It was clear that everyone worked hard to take care of one another, so my initial impression left me wanting more. Let's continue to explore. When entering a house, you see the front hall with rooms branching out and stairs going up and down. Here, guests are welcome and invited in. In the LCS community, I was welcomed so easily into such a unique group of people. On the day before school started, I went to the new student orientation. When I walked in through the entrance, I experienced comfort because Miss Staley, my math teacher from middle school, greeted me with much excitement. Miss Staley, thank you for that. It made the first time walking into collegiate as a student 10 times easier after seeing a familiar face so excited to see me. Functionality is also essential to life inside a house. Although functionality is different for all people, for me it's the ability to hang out and create connections with friends and family comfortably. In my house, functionality is in the central living space on the first floor, because I can develop bonds with people. At Collegiate, the functionality has been in the classrooms. Taking classes with people of all different grade levels has allowed me to create connections that I could not make at my previous schools. My first few classes, two-dimensional art with Ms. Kester, calculus with Ms. Shaw, and French 3 with Mr. Rucker, were all composed of majority people who were not in my grade, which allowed me to meet people with a wide variety of interests. Also, hanging out with only people in my grade in the Davis Commons last year allowed me to experience some of the best memories and make some of my closest friends. In the basement of the house, you can see the concrete foundation, the steel beams, the floor joists, and all the electricity running throughout the house. All the support that is in the basement must be strong enough to not only hold up the building, but also able to withstand impacts of storms. The collegiate community is built on the strongest type of foundation. Collegiate's community has been able to withstand a storm more powerful than any house could withstand, and that is COVID-19. While over half of my time here has been disrupted by COVID, and the school has not been the same since March, I've continued to feel the school spirit and the family-like support of the community. That is because, in my experience, LCS's support is like an extension to my family, and probably many others. Every day when I go to school, I know that I can have meaningful conversations with friends and teachers. As we go room to room in the house, the natural light that is let in through the large windows and the rest of the light produced from the pictures bring life and spirit to the house. Between 3 high schools I've attended, I've not seen as much school spirit from faculty and students as I see at Collegiate. I'm proud to be going to a school that so many other people are proud of, and one that produces such a large amount of life. Although most people listening to this speech have gone to Collegiate for much longer than I have, I'd like to say that the community that we have here is irreplaceable and like no other. I encourage you to embrace the community, take classes that are not full of just your friends, and welcome every person that joins our community with open arms, because it will be sure to make their day better.
You're welcome to stay. Very nice job, and I'd like to thank you for